characteristics of a SthithaPragna, how he reacts to various situations in life, how he handles various situations in life, how does he face situations in life. Sri Krishna speaks about that in sloka number 56 of Bhagavad Gita. Dukeshu anudignamanaha sukeshu vigataspraha vitaraga bhayakrodha sthitadi muniruchyate. One who is not affected by adverse conditions in life, one who is not craving for pleasures, he is free from likes and dislikes or longings, attraction and repulsions, who is free from fear and anger. He is a wise person or enlightened one, Nani, SthithaPragna. So these are important characteristics of SthithaPragna. So the moment we think a person is Nani, okay, we give some superhuman abilities to him, superhuman qualities to him. That's what we imagine. How does he react to pain, suffering? First of all, does he have suffering or pain? He has a body and he experiences pain like anybody else. For example, you have headache. Nani also has a headache. He also will have headache. Okay, this is a part of life. Headache is a pain. Nani also experiences pain, but he doesn't suffer that. It doesn't cause suffering. The pain is momentary. The suffering is psychological. Somebody shouted at you one year back. At that moment, it's pain. But if you keep on recollecting for next 60 years of your life, it's called suffering. Dukkha. Nani also experiences pain. Okay. But he doesn't react or doesn't get depressed with the adverse conditions, painful conditions. The painful conditions are of three types: Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik, Adhyatmik. Adhyatmik means anything to do with the body, the stomach ache, headache, disease, cancer. Sri Ramana Maharshi had sarcoma, the cancer. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had cancer. Vivekananda had diabetes. The physical ailments are there. Is there pain? Tremendous pain. But there is no suffering. Okay. So Gnani understands he is not the body, he is consciousness. The body has a pain, just natural. He doesn't get depressed, accepts the pain as it is. Whereas in case of a Adnani, the pain can be converted into suffering. Okay. Somebody told something 5 years back. You keep on recollecting, like keeping on scratching the wound. The wound will never heal. How often you do that? At Gnani, everything takes us a moment to moment happening. There are two monks who were going to ashram on the river. They were passing. They were going on a river bank, and one of the monks saw a lady drowning. He immediately jumped into the river, saved her, and then she was actually breathless. He gave her breath to mouth breath, and she survived. Got up, thanked him, and went away. They went to the ashram, which is about a few kilometers away. Then the other monk says, how can you touch a woman? You're a monk. How can you give a mouth to mouth this thing resection to her? Okay, you're a monk. You're so upset. The other monk said, oh, you are still remembering that. I just come saved her and forgot it. But how come she is still in your head? This is the situation of a Adnani. A, a Sthithapragna takes everything as moment to moment. There's pain, the pain is there. Okay, but he doesn't get depressed with the pain. Neither he gets elated with joy. Okay, something favorable comes, he will not get elated or get excited. Okay, many times favorable situations also cause problem. One person got a $1 million in lottery ticket. He had a heart disease. His wife was afraid that if this person hears about $1 million lottery, he may get heart attack. So she goes and tells the father in the church, please break this news to my husband very slowly so that he doesn't get a shock. So husband goes to the father. Father says, my son, suppose you find $1,000 in the street, what will you do? This man says, father, I'll give $500 to the church and $500 I'll spend. Suppose you find $10,000, okay, then father, I will give $5,000 to my wife, $2,000 to church, and $3,000 I'll enjoy. Suppose you get $1 million. Father, if I get $1 million, I'll give you $500,000 to you. The father gets a heart attack. Right? So what happens is that if you find something pleasurable, we start seeking that. We start craving for that. We keep on doing that. I want this more. I want this more. Crave. The craving happens. This craving binds you. It's like addiction, drug addiction. Right? Why people take drug? By taking drug, they feel some elation or joy. The body craves for that. Again, they will do it. So it will bind you. Even the pleasure binds you. So Nani also gets pleasure. If you give good food, he'll eat it. But he doesn't crave for it because he's already happy and blissful. There's no more craving for that food. So he accepts, he faces life, sorrow and joy with equanimity. Then there is nothing called, he also is free from raga and dvesha, attraction, repulsion. What is this attraction, repulsion? And bhaya, krodha, fear and anger. So I'm attracted to something. I want something. Okay. No, I don't want something. So why this attraction, repulsion is there? So because I like something, because that gives me feeling of satisfaction, fullness. Right? That means I'm feeling incomplete inside. Somebody who is feeling complete inside, full inside, there is nothing which can give him giving more, can add to his fullness. So he doesn't have attraction. Similarly, he doesn't have repulsion also. There's nothing which can subtract from his fullness. Because his fullness is his own nature. It is not acquired. Suppose you have a car. The car can be stolen. It's an object. But nobody can remove anything from your own nature. Who can remove that? It's your own mental attitude. You have to understand you are supreme reality, Brahma, consciousness, which is fullness. Now that fullness, if you don't understand, recollect your nature, you keep on thinking that I am Jiva, I am suffering. Your suffering will increase. So Gnani is constantly aware of his fullness. So there's nothing which attracts him or repulses him. The attraction repulsion have byproducts or children. Bhaya, krodha. Bhaya means fear. What is there with me, I can lose. Krodha is I didn't get what I want. So for a Gnani, both are not there because he has nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Why? Because he has attained non-duality. There's no other than Gnani. Please understand, the duality causes fear. When there's something separate from you, causes fear. God is separate from me, then you have heard this word called fear of God. I put fear of God in his mind. God also becomes fearful to you when the God is separate from you. Right? No, no, no. You say God is not separate from me. I am a part of God. Even there is a fear. I am separate from the world. There is fear. I am separate from somebody. There is fear. Okay. Only when you realize that you are non-dual, not separate from anybody, including God, the fear goes. The complete realization of non-duality alone removes the fear. Gnani is the one who has realized the total non-duality or his non-dual nature. Then only the fear goes. Then only attraction goes. Then only repulsion goes. Even the slightest amount of separation is there. It is a cause of fear.